Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 10 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudent.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 10 math, and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter Algebra. The lessons we're going to cover today are ratios and proportions, scale drawings word problems, properties of exponent, and simplify radical expressions. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is ratios and proportions. Two ratios, 8 over 18 and 1 over 3 form a proportion. So you have to see if the proportion, that is 8 over 18 and 1 over 3. So you are given 8 over 18 and 1 over 3. You have to make the denominator same. 3 times 6 is 18. So you have to multiply this fraction by 6. So that is 6 times 1 is 6 and 3 over and 6 over 18. So 8 over 18, it has the denominator 18, but numerator is different. That means no, they are not. They do not form the proportion. Let's just start with the test questions. Do the ratios 11 over 10 and 8 over 5 form a proportion. You need to make the denominator same. 5 times 2 is 10, so you need to multiply this fraction by 2. That is 8 times 2 is 16 and 5 times 2 is 10. So after making the denominator same, the numerators are still different. So that means no, they do not form a proportion. The correct option is no. Do the ratios 19 over 20 and 2 over 4 form a proportion? So let's just make their denominator same. You have to multiply this fraction by 5. That is 10 over 20. Still their numerators are different. So no, they do not form a proportion. Do the ratio 1 by 2 and 5 by 10 form a proportion? That is 1 over 2 and 5 over 10. So just multiply this fraction by 5. So just by making their numbers same, their numerators are also same. So that means yes, they form a proportion. The correct option is yes. Option number one is the correct option. Do the ratios 4 by 12 and 1 by 3 form a proportion? Yes, they form a proportion. Option number one is the correct option. Do the ratios 1 by 2 and 8 over 16 form a proportion? Yes, they form a proportion. Option number one is the correct option. Do the ratios 1 by 20 and 3 by 4 form a proportion? No, they do not form a proportion. The correct option is no. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself for today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. Scale drawings, find word problems. Let's just start with the lesson. Emily measured the middle school and made a scale drawing. She used the scale 1 inch equals 6 feet. In the drawing, the gym is 16 inches long. What is the length of the actual gym? So the scale is 1 inch to 6 feet. The gym is 16 inches long. So 16 times 1 is 16. You have to do 16 times 6. So 16 times 6 is 96 feet. So option number 2 is the correct option. That is 96 feet. Let's just start with the test questions. In Beverly Hills, two Hollywood actors own houses that are 4 kilometers apart. How far apart are the actors' houses on map with a scale of 2 centimeter equals 1 kilometer? So you have the scale 2 centimeter to 1 kilometer, right? Their houses are 4 kilometers apart. So 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8. So that is on the map. It would be 8 centimeter apart. Option number 1 is the correct option. Brennan drew a scale drawing of a house. The garage is 14 meters long in real life, is 35-meter long in drawing. What scale did Brennan use? Actually, it is 14 meters long, right? And in drawing, it looks like 35 centimeter. Option number 1 is the correct option. 2. Oh, yes, option number 1 is the correct option. That would be 2. Kayla drew a scale drawing of a house and its lot. She used the scale 1 inch equals 4 feet. If the actual length of the house driveway is 24 feet, how long is the driveway in the drawing? 4 times 6 is 24. So 1 times 6 is 6. The correct option is 6. Option number 1 is the correct option. Dustin is an election officer. On election day, he travels to the polling place, which is 64 kilometers away from his home. On a map of Richmond country, the two places are 2 centimeters apart. What is the scale of the map? That is 1 centimeter equal 32 kilometers. Option number 2. 1 is the correct option. Jonathan made a scale drawing of a house on his yacht. He used the scale 1 centimeter equals 6 meters. In the drawing, the back patio is 2 centimeter wide. What is the width of the actual patio? So, which is the correct option? That is 12 meters. Option number one is the correct option. 12 meters it is. Bella drew a scale drawing of a summer camp. The sand volleyball court is 8 millimeters long in the drawing. The actual volleyball court is 16 meters long. What is the scale of the drawing? 1 millimeter equal 2 meters. Option number one is the correct option. Okay, by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. Properties of exponents. Simplify h exponent negative 7 exponent 5. When we have more than one exponent, you have to multiply the exponent because one exponent is raised to the power to the other exponent, right? So basically, you have to multiply the exponents. That is negative 7 times 5. The 7 times 5 is 35. So that is h exponent negative 35. Let's just start with the test questions. Simplify, express your answer using a single exponent. M exponent negative 9 exponent negative 3. So you have to multiply these exponents. Negative 9 times negative 3 makes positive 27. So option number 1 is the correct option. Simplify. R exponent 8 exponent negative 9. So you have to multiply the exponents. That is R 8 times negative 9. That is R exponents negative 72. Option number 2 is the correct option. D exponent negative 7 exponent negative 6. So just multiply the exponents. Negative 9, negative 7 times negative 6 is D exponent 42. Option number 2 is the correct option. Simplify H exponent negative 7 times 5. So when you have an exponent raised to the power other exponent, we have to multiply these exponents. So that is negative 7 times 5 is negative 35. So option number 2 is the correct option. That is H exponent negative 5. Option 1 is the correct option. N cube exponent 4, which is the correct option. And exponent 12, it is option 1 is the correct option. Write an expression as a variable with a negative exponent. So a square is in denominator. You can write it in the numerator with a negative exponent. That is like this. 1 over a square equals a exponent negative 2. Option number 2 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is g exponent 6. Option 1 is the correct option. Simplified. Express your answer using positive exponent. So when we have same basis with different exponent and they are multiplying, you have to add those exponents. 3 plus 4 is 7 and 7 minus 9 is v negative 2. You need to write the answer as positive exponent, so you can write it as 1 divided by v squared. Option number 2 is the correct option. Write the expression as a fraction with a positive exponent. G exponent negative 7. Option number one is the correct option. That is 1 over g exponent 7. Exponent 4 times y exponent negative 5 divided by y exponent negative 3. So that is y exponent 4 minus 5 divided by positive 3 because that is dividing. Y negative 1 plus 3 equals y squared. Option number 1 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. We are done with the lesson. Let's just move on to the next lesson. Simplify radical expressions. Let's just start with the test questions. 5 square root 7 minus 6 square root 7. So square root 7 is like a like variable for both. You can take square root 7 common and 5 minus 6. So 5 minus 6 is negative 1. That is negative 1 square root 7, or you can simply write negative square root 7. Option number 2 is the correct option. Subtract, write your answer in simplest form. Square root, take square root common. We are left with negative 6 minus 3. That is negative 9 square root 2. That is negative 9 square root 2. Option number 2 is the correct option. $490 square root. Let's just evaluate. Seven times 10. That equals 7 square root 10. Option number 1 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 7 square root 10. Option number 1 is the correct option. $63. 3 times 3 is 9 and 9 times 7 is 63. So we can take common 3w and square root 7. Option number 2 is the correct option. Negative 7 square root 5 plus 4 square root 5. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is negative 3 square root 5. Square root 126 d square. Option number 1 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. Option number one is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to. Okay, so we were working on grade 10 math. Chapter we're working on is algebra. The lessons we have covered today are ratios and proportions, scale drawings, word problems, properties of exponents, and simplify radical expressions. So you can complete the lessons by yourself later today. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can see here is the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Or either you can write down the questions in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So if you need more help, you can simply write down the questions in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.